Hello everyone, good morning, or whatever time you make it here. I'm so grateful for you. This is Demented Dawn Cornholio's health reading for Saturday, June 28th, 2025. Feckless Flump, the Grifting Geezer. Ruh-roh. Okay, so who's this guy? So we have the Emperor. It could be his issues with his father. When it comes to health, this is, well, reversed. Let's just look at everything, right? Because this is the dad card in the deck. The Empress is the mom. This is the dad. The Empress can also be the, Mother Russia card because it's the mom, right? But when it comes to this guy, it could be any fire sign man in his, like we're talking, what's his name? Russell Vogt. That guy's the OMB dude, the dark guy that is behind Project 2025. He's an Aries. Tom Homan is a Sag. J.D. Vance is a Leo. And then that Besant dude, he's a Leo as well. So it could be one of those guys that the forces in motion for the day is like there's an important part there. Now, some people see this card as, the Poodster, but yeah. Somebody commented, there's a brilliant comment, and I'm so sorry I can't remember your name, but commented on the fact that she sees no life. She or he could see no life in this card. And that's true. Well, there's life, but there's so much fire. Very controlling. Now, it's good if you have a healthy dad, like this dude will protect you and always cover your butt. Might not be so soft, but he's gonna be there. Now, but when it comes to health, let's just stick with that because that's what we're looking for. This could be injuries. This could be struggles and fights with somebody. It's definitely all about control and domination, but it could be like really, that rigidity in the body, and it also could be anything to do with his blood. I mean, notice the preponderance of red. That always relates to the life force, which is the blood, right? Or partly spirit and blood. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay. My goodness. So here we have the Major Addict card coming through here. Now, I would say like maybe this could be like Hog's Breath, but he's the Gemini, so it's not the right sign for him. But Russell, I wonder if Russell Vogt or actually maybe it's probably most likely Tom Homan, that disgusting border secretary dude, border security or secretary of border security, I don't know. And because he looks like an alcoholic to me. J.D. Vance, not so much. But, so anyway, whomever this is, it's really challenging Trump in a way that makes him really want more of whatever drug he uses all day long, on and off. It could be up and down, it could be whatever. Also, this is a card of being very out of control and off balance. So he could be like, really rocky that way. Maybe he falls, literally. But at the least, it's about scattered energy. When it comes to health, we're in the area of blood, like I said, blood sugar imbalances, liver problems even. So, okay, first thing in the morning, he wants to party with some ladies. Okay. When it comes to health, when it's upright, it could be some overindulgence, maybe at the most. But yeah, he's got plans, and it's Saturday, so maybe he's at one of his resorts, and it's all about hanging out with some ladies. And the curiosity to talk, wants to talk to the ladies. Okay, gross. Later in the day, with the Three of Swords reversed, because he's got rejection coming in there, because he's foolish and reckless. Oh my goodness. So anyway, let's go back over here real quick. So this is just talking, hanging out with women for sure, with the Three of Cups. With the Page of Swords, this is my card for whistleblowers, leakers. It's a card for golfing, so I think he's at one of his resorts and he's golfing. But it's also, this people who are, exchanging a lot of mental energy. So he's very curious, and he's got a lot of mental energy, especially around the women. And but this also could be Secret Service protection around him. Could be both. I mean, of course, because they're always there. Now, when it comes to the Three of Swords, like by midday, it's like it doesn't look like morning, and for him it's probably late morning, because he's got to get up and put all that makeup on, or maybe he doesn't, and he's just, they see him, the way he is, and there's rejection with the Three of Swords. When it comes through reversed, maybe there's rejection, and then he wants to be kind of secluding, like he doesn't want to, doesn't really want to be seen. But when this card comes to reverse on the health level, this can be heart surgery, because we're dealing with heart problems. It could be an illness that causes him to fall down. The Fool card rules the nervous system, and when it's reversed, this is when the body is out of control. So again, here we are with two majorly, well, actually three ungrounded cards. This is actually pretty interesting here. So at the least, he's reckless and he's taking risks, but mostly this is our card for accidents and falls. Okay, later in the evening, we've got the Judgment card and the Six of Swords reversed. So with Judgment, it's ruled by Pluto. So we're in the area of, death and rebirth. We know he doesn't honor his inner calling. We know that he's not even connected to his higher self. So when I see this card, I'm thinking more for him, more about big health changes, big changes, maybe even some time in the hospital. And based on these other cards, we could see why. The Six of Swords reversed for health, because it's Mercury in Aquarius. This could be, maybe going for some kind of alternative health, thinking about some alternative health medicine, something that's different than what he's been getting before. On a different level, this could be a canceled trip that he had planned, because, if he's in the hospital, he's not, whether we know about it or not, he's not going to be going anywhere. Okay, now for you guys that are learning, when it comes to some other meanings with the Six of Swords reversed, this is our card for bad weather problems. It's our card for somebody carrying so much baggage they can't move on, emotional baggage, and they can't move on. This is somebody like jumping ship or boat. It's even a card of shipwreck. I don't think he's going on a ship, but... and it's also my card for deportation issues. So maybe there's something that happens about that causes all of this, that catches him off guard. Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Okay, if he makes it and he's not in, well, maybe if he's in the hospital, so even later at night, with the Ten of Cups upright, he's getting something of what he wants, but because it's Jupiter, especially in Pisces, because Pisces doesn't have really any, it's like no bounds. It's ruled by Neptune, it's just no bounds. So there's excess that just goes everywhere. But it could be that he's got some comfort because he's got some drugs in him. Now, with the Magician reversed, this could be neurological problems. This could be somebody lying to him, or he's lying. If this is a doctor, because it could be, this would be incorrect medical advice or test results. So this looks like a terrible day. Let's see what's at the bottom for the foundation. Okay, Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay. So it could very well be that with the Ace of Swords, there's some clarity about what's really, really going on with him, some truth about what's going on with him. This, if he is able to do this today, I also see this as his stupid Sharpie pen. Maybe I just had a bad card flop and this is supposed to be reversed, and if that's the case, then this would be him being very confused, and and then also surgery. That could be the case, upright or reversed. Four of Swords is definitely down. It's definitely needing rest. It's stressed out. Healing needs to happen. Healing from betrayal or battle. That's all he does is battle through life. This is being overwhelmed mentally. This is, just not so good. So that's interesting. Okay, we'll just be keeping an eye out, but boy, this doesn't look good. It's not, I'm not seeing dirt nap, but it doesn't look good. Okay, thanks you guys. As always, take good care and hope you're having a good weekend. Bye.